arrested for the sale of counterfeit drugs, Kolowicz was the head of an illicit online pharmacy based in San Diego.
The internet is an amazingly easy place to come up with an idea very quickly, and of course, if you hit the bullseye, you can make a lot of money very quickly.
This is not amateur hour in international crime. These are sophisticated, intelligent, innovative people.
Mark Kolowicz's idea was simple. He bought bogus cut-rate Viagra from pharmacies in Tijuana, Mexico, then sold it at much higher prices to customers around the world. Whereas most smugglers would see the border as an obstacle, Kolowicz saw it as an opportunity to make money.
The border is basically all profiling, and if you don't fit into that suspicious profile, myself being middle class, driving a fairly decent car, you move very easily back and forth across that border.
Borders illustrate the vast challenges faced by authorities battling to stop illicit trade. At the San Isidro crossing, Kolowicz was one of 50,000 drivers who crossed every day.
National borders are great for traffickers, but they are a nightmare for law enforcement.
We all agree that the bad guys always have the advantage because they don't have rules, they don't have regulations. They can buy the most powerful weapon. They can corrupt the most incorruptible official. They can spend money in ways that we can never imagine.
In 2007, US and Colombian Coast Guards seized 13 custom-built submarines, some capable of carrying up to 10 tons of cocaine. With illicit trade, demand is the mother of invention. In his first year of business, Kolowicz says he made $1 million.
Sales went through the roof. That then led to other drugs, Lipitor, Celebrex, Xanacal.
With the money rolling in from almost 65,000 customers, Kolowicz could afford a dream lifestyle, all paid for with dirty money.
We used to go helicopter skiing in Mount Whistler up in British Columbia. I chartered yachts in Cabo San Lucas. I had somebody I hired to scout the country for good wines. It wasn't uncommon to go out to dinner and spend $1,000, $1,200.
After 5 years, Kolowicz had created an international network. Fakes from India were shipped through Mexico and onto San Diego. In the same period, he claims he made $24 million. But ultimately, his own technology helped to bring him down. When one of his staff quit his job, he was allowed to take an office computer with him. When he then pawned the laptop, a technician found details of his dubious drug transactions and shared them with the FBI and US Customs. Mark Kolowicz was convicted and served nearly 3 years in prison. When illicit goods move, an illicit wave follows. The dirty money and corruption it brings crashes onto loading docks worldwide. The port of Naples is one of the major cargo hubs in southern Europe and the type of porous entry point illicit traders need. Luca Vespignani is a private investigator who has tracked illicit trade here for over a decade.
Everything that can be counterfeited comes to Naples. So CDs, DVDs, fashion goods, I don't know, like bags, glasses, dresses, fake airline parts, drugs, weapons. Every illegal goods comes here in Naples. Why? Let's say that it's very difficult to inspect all the containers. Let's say that there's a certain level of corruption in the port of Naples. But the main reason, I think, is that Camorra is here.
The Camorra, the Naples Mafia, helps to traffic uninspected goods into Europe. In an attempt to stop them, Italy's finance police use a variety of techniques. They conduct spot checks of documents, but many of these can be easily forged. 65% of shipments that pour into Naples are Chinese. Investigative reporter Roberto Sevillano believes that the Camorra and the Chinese illicit traders have formed a network.
The
Camorra skim a percentage of all the containers. They serve as middlemen with the transportation and shipping companies. This means China has discovered a duty-free port here.
Because of threats from the Camorra, Sevillano is often a prisoner in his own apartment with round-the-clock bodyguards. He earned the Camorra's death sentence by publishing a book that revealed intricate details of their criminal empire.
I'm reminded of something a boss once told me. The Camorra has only 3 principles.
Business, business, business.
But unlike crime families of old, Sevillano says the Camorra's business has gone global.
The Camorra was among the first to invest in Eastern Europe when the communist regimes fell. They have their tentacles in Spain and England, South America and Africa.
In Naples, the surge of illicit goods is so heavy, they execute raids every week. Based on a tip, the police are heading into a part of Naples under Camorra control.
Well, they start whistling and talking loudly to each other. It's to warn of our arrival.
The police find their target. An illicit warehouse inside an apartment building packed with fake DVDs and bogus computer programs.
Okay.
Vendors from all over Italy come to warehouses like these to buy illicit goods wholesale. One raid revealed a massive DVD burning operation. Stacks of blank DVDs and hundreds of burners, all crammed into a single family's apartment. In this small space alone, there is $150,000 worth of goods. Because of lookouts, the police rarely catch the criminals. Instead, they simply confiscate their goods. But it's a mere drop in the black market ocean.
You can imagine that here we have hundreds of places like this one, hundreds of warehouses with thousands of CDRs and hundreds of CD burning facilities. So they usually do raids every week, on a week basis.
The volume of fakes like these is directly linked to an even more troubling side of the black market economy. For every 1,000 items to be sold, illicit traders need someone to do the selling. Often the illicit sales force is illegally transported by the same networks moving the fakes. To traffickers, these human beings are just another commodity to be rammed through the supply chain. Every migrant has to pay a price to get to the developed world. Many will sink into a kind of debt bondage, modern slaves.
Millions of people around the world are willing to risk their life for a better future. Traffickers know this and exploit it.